Hello, my name is Douglas Reynolds. I'm going to open this documentary piece by reading a prepared personal statement. Afterwards, I will present evidence regarding a lack of integrity and efficacy by Peachford Hospital. Peachford is a private hospital operating in Dunwoody. It is owned by a for-profit corporation called Universal Health Services. You can Google Peachford for more information on it if you'd like. Now, I present my prepared statement. The only symptoms I exhibited on being admitted to Peachford were confusion, a minor verbal aphasia, and anxiety. I was not suicidal, but I was admitted to Peachford for a mandatory 3 days and placed in a unit with other patients, some of whom were violently suicidal. I was repeatedly drugged by the staff, not all of whom were nurses. I was lied to a number of times. I was assaulted repeatedly by patients with no reaction from the staff. Additionally, I was assaulted by staff members, including at least one instance of sexual assault. While I can't confirm the identity of the rapist, I can confirm that it was a staff member because I was injected with a sedative during the event. Ultimately, I was held for 8 days instead of 3. The reasons given for that extension were repeatedly challenged by me and my family and never confirmed by an outside opinion. Although I was an adult at 22 years of age, I was denied any right to contact anyone outside the facility, including having the staff repeatedly refuse to allow me to speak with my parents or brother. Even though Peachford claims to allow daily visitation, I was not allowed to visit my family every day. My dad says that he was there every day, but they were told I was sometimes too sedated to see them. Obviously, someone at Peachford had lied. I was diagnosed by a doctor at Peachford with schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia is a serious mental illness with over 200,000 U.S. diagnoses per year. As you can see with a Google search, its treatment lasts a person's entire life and it is considered incurable.
Despite having not taken any medications or having had any regular therapy sessions, I have not suffered any significant symptoms of schizophrenia in over 5 years. In fact, the only symptoms I can report are nightmares and night sweats, unusual feelings of mistrust, fear, anger, and anxiety, and occasionally insomnia and loss of interest.
Symptoms that probably sound familiar to those who have suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD.
Since 2012, these symptoms have prevented me from finding gainful employment, caused stress on relationships with both friends and family, and have brought into my life a burden that I simply cannot shake. Throughout the second half of 2012 and throughout 2013, I made consistent efforts to seek justice through the provided channels. I made reports to Peachford of all the problems, and no one ever informed me of any resolutions. In fact, I recall being met with exception and hostility. I was unable to file a lawsuit due to financial constrictions, and lawyers offering free consultations never responded to my emails. Now, in 2019, in lieu of legal action, I've decided to expose Peachford for what they did to me and what apparently still goes on. This is part one of an ongoing investigative report about Peachford Hospital and its corporate owner, Universal Health Services. This first installment focuses on Peachford's alleged negligence and willful deceptions. I began by doing some basic online research.
When I googled Peachford, what I found was beyond shocking. Over 300 reports, some dated as being as recent as the end of last year, claiming startling and terrifying treatment of patients at Peachford Hospital. One such review reads as follows. My daughter was admitted to Peachford on 9/21/2018. That's September 21st, 2018. We were told a nurse would come back and take us to the unit and go over the treatment. The nurse came back 4 hours later and handed me some paperwork and told my daughter to come on. I asked if I could go back and we could go over the treatment. The nurse said no, we are far behind, and took my daughter, who was extremely upset because she had no idea what was going to happen. My daughter got to call me that night, and she was terrified. I filled out a 1010 form to try and get my daughter out, but they would not let her go. She said all of the nurses were on their cell phones and not paying any attention to the patients. When I was in for the visit, The first day, the nurse gave me the 1010 form and asked if we got our daughter out, that we please not stop and not to forget about the other kids still there. On the second visit, I filed an AMA form and demanded they let my daughter go. The nurse said she would give it to the house supervisor. I finally got the house supervisor to come out and talk to me. I told her what had went on and why I was scared for my daughter's life. She told me that none of it happened, and there was no way my daughter was going home. 2 nurses had confirmed the fights. She was telling me that 2 nurses had confirmed the fights she was telling me did not happen. Never tried to help me or hear me out. She just kept saying, "Come back tomorrow when the doctor is here." I called 911. I am filing this not just for my daughter only, but for all the people that have to go here and for all the nurses that care. This place needs to be shut down. Please help these kids. We all make mistakes, but no one deserves to go through this. I will post a link in the description to a longer video of just me reading some of those accounts, all of which were posted on rehabs.com. I have another video planned wherein I will read accounts from a different website. I will also post links to all the review sites I've found that have reviews of Peachford. After checking out a variety of negative accounts, I moved on to looking at Peachford's own website, peachford.com. I'll provide a link in the description so you can check my research for yourself. The breakdown of Peachford's website brings me to one word: deceptive. Allow me to explain. As I browsed Peachford.com, I noticed a few upsetting things, or rather, missing things. Everywhere I clicked, I seemed to find only stock photos, with very few exceptions. These are some of the photos Peachford has on different areas of their website. After performing reverse image searches on Google, I found that remarkably few of them were actually photos taken at Peachford's campus. But what I found most alarming about the website was this deception. This page of Peachford's website seems to claim that they have something called a hike bike trail. It appears in 2 places on Peachford.com. This is a blatant lie, and a reverse image search proves as much. As you can see, the image was taken from a stock photo website. A Google search shows the image on a number of websites. They all seem to believe the image was taken in Piedmont Park, including the original upload, which credits the photographer. Piedmont Park is in downtown Atlanta, about 15 miles away from Peachford. I googled the phrase Peachford Hike Bike Trail, but was unable to find any further evidence of the existence of such a trail. It seems Peachford has been caught in a willful deception. I compiled 6 basic questions I felt at the time would cover most of the issues I had found through my online research. I called on Monday, July 8th, and this is what happened.
Peachford Hospital.
Hi, good morning. Who am I speaking with?
Who are you calling?
I'm calling Peachford Hospital.
This is Peachford. Who are you calling here at Peachford?
Okay, I'm an investigative reporter, and
Okay.
I am trying to put to rest today some fears that have been brought to my attention by some community members.
I can hardly hear you.
I'm trying to put to rest today some fears that have been brought to my attention by some community members.
Okay.
Is there anyone I can talk to about that today?
What's it concerning?
Various user
Is it patient
reviews.
complaint or
Mainly
what
patient complaints, yes ma'am.
you need to speak with the patient advocate. I'm not sure if she's back from vacation today, but she is the person that you must go through.
Okay, do you have
I
any
can put
idea
you-
when she'll be back from vacation?
I'm thinking she'd be back today. If not, it will be tomorrow if you'd like to go into her voicemail.
Isn't patient advocate kind of an important position?
Yes, she handles patient complaints, any kind of complaints dealing with the Dunwoody police or whomever.
But she's not there today.
She's been on vacation. She was due back today. I haven't seen her.
Okay. So is there anyone else I could talk to?
No, she's the person that you would speak with.
Okay. So can you find out if she's there?
I'm going to put you on her voicemail. That way you can leave her a message. If she's there, she'll answer. If not, leave her a message, and she will return the call.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? Hold on.
The first time an AA answered the phone, she acted dodgy and openly refused to give me her first name. I was told that the patient advocate was on vacation and repeatedly told that she was the only person who deals with patient complaints.
Program.
Hi, this is Sheila, patient advocate. I'll be out of the office starting July the 3rd and returning July the 8th. If you have any patient advocate issues, please contact one of the unit managers. Thank you, and have a great holiday.
Odd.
Sorry, cannot leave a message now because this user's mailbox is full. To
It
reach the
is.
covering extension, press *0. To transfer to another extension, press *T. To have system wait, press *W. If finished, please hang up. Or to disconnect Audix, press *X.
*0.
Then I was transferred to her voicemail, where I was about to leave a message, but the voicemail box was full. I attempted to get transferred, and did.
Please wait.
Good morning, Peachford Hospital.
Hi, who am I speaking with?
This is Brenda.
Finally, someone gave me their first name. I was again upfront about who I was and what my intentions were.
Okay, thank you. I'm an investigative reporter. I was just told to speak to a patient advocate. I'm trying to put to rest some fears today that have been brought to my attention by some community members, and I'm looking for someone I can speak to about that.
Okay. The patient advocate is the person for you to speak with.
Okay,
She
well,
handles all those complaints.
her voicemail box was full. Is there
Okay.
is there one person on site who does
I
that?
can put you. Kind of tell me what it is. I see if I can find another person to help you.
Oh,
If
well,
it's patient complaints.
I just have some questions about the quality of care and the
Quality care of the patient here at the hospital.
yes.
Okay, yeah, that's the patient advocate. I'm going to put you on Sharon's voicemail. She may not be in our office or in treatment team, so leave her a message. Hold on.
Okay, thank you.
Patients enroll.
I asked about the availability of the patient advocate and was again told that I would have to speak to the patient advocate. Yet for some reason, I was transferred to another voicemail. That person also didn't respond.
I'm sorry I missed your call. Please leave a
Another
message and I'll
person who's not
contact you
there.
as soon as
That's odd.
possible. Have a good day.
I decided to call back later.
Let's see if I can talk to the patient advocate this time.
Good morning, Peachford Hospital.
Good morning. Who am I speaking with?
This is Brenda. How may I help you?
Thanks, Brenda. I was just calling to speak to the patient advocate.
One moment.
Thank you.
Is available.
Hi, this is Sheila, patient advocate. I'm not able to take your call at this time, but if you would please leave a message with your
But
name
it's 10
and your
a.m.
number, I will be more than happy to give you a call back. Thank you, and have a good day.
It became apparent that I would not reach the patient advocate. At this point, I became persistent. I would call again with a slightly different approach. By this time, I had moved away from the original 6 questions to a more direct and off-the-cuff line of questioning. This is what happened.
Good morning, Peachford Hospital.
Hi, good morning. I'm calling.
Good morning.
I'm calling to get some questions answered. I have some questions about consistent complaints and reports of abuse in the hospital. Can I speak to someone today?
One moment.
Thank you.
Your name, please?
Oh, my name?
Uh-huh.
Douglas.
Adolescents experience strict or substance abuse problems. It is offered 5 days a week from 9 to 3:30. We will gladly tell you more when we return to your call. Thank you for calling Peachford Hospital. A member of our staff will be with you shortly. Peachford Hospital is a 246-bed private psychiatric and chemical dependency hospital. Peachford offers inpatient and outpatient services for children ages 4 and up. Our commitment to the highest quality treatment and customer service has helped thousands of families and individuals develop productive and contented lives. It is our pleasure to serve you. Someone will be with you momentarily. We are available 24 hours, 7 days a week, and look forward to serving you. Thank you for holding. At Peachford Hospital, our acute inpatient program provides an intensive therapeutic environment, offering chemical dependency and psychiatric stabilization. The child and adolescent inpatient program at Peachford Hospital offers a highly structured stabilization program, which includes group and family therapy, and our patients are seen by a psychiatrist 7 days a week. Someone will be joining you on the line shortly. Our senior adult program utilizes a multidisciplinary team. We are available 24 hours, 7 days a week, and look forward to serving you. Thank you for holding.
One moment, sir.
Station provides structured programming per day.
This is Sheila, patient advocate.
Hi. I'm finding a ton of negative reviews and complaints online,
Okay.
and I'm just wondering how you can answer some of these complaints,
Well,
because
people have a right. I can answer it really quick. People have a right to their opinion. People have a right to say what they need to say in reference to how they feel. People don't get up in the morning and decide they want to come to Peachford Hospital. They come because they got situations and it's a necessary issue. And so I'm not going to try to respond to some of those because I don't know all the background in that situation. We try to do our best in patient care. If a patient complains, we do answer their complaint. We're required to answer those complaints if they put them in writing. And we are required to do an investigation in reference to that and send them a response.
if the
Go ahead.
complaints are not in writing, what do you do?
Well, if the complaints are not in writing, we still respond to them.
Okay.
We still respond to them and still look into the situation. But sometimes a complaint is just something that you can take care of right away. Like they felt like they didn't get their medication on time. The staff, they felt like maybe a staff was rude, and you can go handle that as quickly as possible. Maybe they felt like their wait time was too long. We'll look at the wait time and look at what happened. So the complaints they vary. They vary.
Well, what about people saying that they only get to see a doctor for 2 or 3 minutes a day, and sometimes not even every day?
No, they see a doctor every day. I don't, as far as how long they see the doctor, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'll tell you why. Because I can't tell them. We don't have a set time for our doctors to see each patient. We have 8, 9 units, and then we have doctors who have practices across the street. And so they come in and go, but they are required to see their patient every day. Now we have a patient who says they haven't seen their doctor, then we do investigate that situation in reference to what happened, why they didn't see a doctor, and we called the doctor and let them know you either need to have somebody come see that patient, or you need to come see that patient.
Okay. What about allegations of misdiagnosis and potentially lethal medicine assignments?
I can't speak to those. I don't know the particulars. I cannot speak to those, and I would not. I would not try to speak to those.
Who can answer those questions for me?
They're not going to answer. What you want is someone to answer particular issues that people have, and they can't answer those particular issues.
Well, I think I wanted a general answer to an apparently systematic misdiagnosis.
Excuse me? I didn't hear what you said.
I think I was asking for a general answer to what appears to be repeated, consistent reports of misdiagnosis.
Well, I don't have a general answer for you because I don't know the particulars. We don't have a lot. Peachford Hospital is a hospital that's stabilized. We're not long-term, we're very short-term. We're hospital that's stabilized. You may get a general diagnosis while you're here in reference for your treatment, but the process is when you discharge, you're supposed to have a follow-up appointment with an outside psychiatrist or a psychiatrist, and you're supposed to continue the follow-up with them. Now, if they, as another physician, give you another diagnosis, then there's not a lot that we can do in reference to that. But you get a general diagnosis while you're here receiving treatment. Some people have been diagnosed prior to being here, and they're coming because their medication for their whatever's going on with them is not quite, working. They may get their medications changed. When they leave here and go see another physician, that other physician may.
The patient advocate seemed to be dodging my questions. Unfortunately, while she was telling me how doctors regularly change the diagnosis of patients who have come to them after being at Peachford, we were cut off by technical difficulties on my end. However, in good faith, I attempted to call back and let her finish the response. This is what happened.
I think it might have been my fault.
Peachford Hospital, please hold. Thank you for holding. How can I help you?
Hi, I was just speaking to the patient advocate and we got cut off.
You were speaking to who? I'm sorry.
The patient advocate?
The patient advocate. Hold on 1 second.
Convulsive therapy.
This is Sheila, patient advocate.
Hi, I'm sorry, we got cut off.
Yeah, we did, but I'm not comfortable answering your questions. Your call is coming up as a fraudulent call.
That's
So-
that's probably because I'm using this free online caller so that I can record the call better.
No, you should not. You should not have called me and not even told me you would be recording my call. That's something that you shouldn't have done.
Why?
Talk to you know why. You know when you.
But Georgia's a one-party consent state, ma'am.
No, I'm not consenting.
No, ma'am, you don't have to consent.
No. Yes, I do. And I'm going to talk to our administrator in reference to this. Okay?
Okay, go right ahead, and I'll reference the Georgia State Code of Law. Okay.
Clearly, the hostility and ignorance of basic laws demonstrated by the patient advocate raises some further questions, such as, why would she object to being recorded? If she doesn't know Georgians have the right to record their phone calls, are there other state laws involved with citizen rights that she hasn't yet made herself aware of? And why would she refuse to provide general information about Peachford's history of resolving patient complaints?
I mean, after all, I would have settled for some statistical references that I could have researched for more information that may have countered my findings. Yet she provided none. I just want to show you in detail what I was referring to during the call. This is Peachford.com. It shows a very high 4-star rating in the area of its website called Patient Satisfaction. However, every other star rating I can find offers much lower 2- and 3-star averages.
Let's remind you of Peachford's response to this discrepancy.
People have a right to their opinion.
Not much of an answer there.
I'll remind you, there is a link in the description to more detailed information, including reviews on rehabs.com, as well as Google and Facebook. If anyone has additional links to more information, please feel free to post in the comments section. If it proves relevant, I'll try to add it to the links later on.
I continued analyzing the recording of my call with the patient advocate. I realized that she said,
We have 8, 9 units, and then we have.
What was that?
We have 8, 9 units, and then we have.
Peachford's website features what it calls a virtual tour. I did the tour, and I'll include that video right now. Okay, I'm about to do a virtual tour of Peachford Hospital. I'm going to start by looking around in this parking lot area. Okay. I see a couple of buildings. There's a sign that says main entrance. That must be the main entrance. There's a sign that says emergency vehicles admissions entrance. Can't seem to click on over there though. So you can't see the admissions entrance. For starters. Can't see what that sign says. Can't move really. Full screen. Yeah. Yeah, there's no. What does that say? It says next panorama, previous panorama. The lobby. Okay. Gym, assessment room, family rate waiting room, lounge. I guess let's try them in order. Dining hall. Okay. Now, where are the hospital facilities? Group room. That must be for group therapy. What about hospital facilities? Let's see, bedroom. The bathroom doesn't have a door on it. Somebody left a book right there. What about the hospital facilities? Still haven't seen those yet. Gym. Well, they have a gymnasium. What about the hospital facilities? Assessment room. Gee, that's funny. What about the hospital facilities? Family waiting room. There's no reference to where these things are in the hospital. So I question the validity of the word tour. That seems like it's more of a photo series. Just almost an art piece, if you will. Because it's just a series of photographs of different rooms. There's no particular indicator that these are for sure even in the same place. Oh, well, there's the group room. Okay, so those are in the same place. The lounge and the group room. For sure. But that's because of the evidence. I can't see any real connection. I don't know where these things are, and I still haven't seen any hospital facilities. Playground. I can't even turn around in this one. What's over there? Why don't they have any hospital facilities on their website? I'm sure I said it enough times in the video, but there are no photos of any hospital facilities. In fact, only 9 rooms of what the Peachford Advocate referred to as
9 units, and then we have
are actually shown in this virtual so-called tour. I was unable to find out the size of the campus or the square footage of the buildings, but I did a comparison using Google Maps. It appears the facility is quite large and covers most of the campus. No sign of the hike-bike trail. Unless the website refers to this area, which is a public park. So why, when you're giving a tour of a facility with
9 units, and then we have
why would you only include images of 9 rooms? And why deceive the public about the amenities offered?
Unfortunately, these questions will remain unanswered for at least a little longer. Until we get some of them answered, I would encourage families and adult patients with cases of mental illness, depression, or drug addiction to consider and seek alternatives to hospitalization, such as family or personal therapy. And if you feel your life is in danger, always call either emergency services or the suicide prevention hotline. I'll post a link in the description to a good set of suicide, depression, and mental health resources that may help.
Unfortunately, you won't find this information on Peachford.com.
Online counseling is also available for many people now. So even if counseling is hard to find in your area, please try to get whatever help you need. The help is out there. There are people who care. And I can prove that too.
What you're seeing is a document published by a group called the NAPPP. It stands for National Alliance of Professional Psychology Providers. As you can see, the report is titled Failure to Care. It was published in 2008. Here, you can see the introductory letter was undersigned by the executive board of the NAPPP, including 3 former presidents of the American Psychological Association.
I will post a link to the report in the description so you can read it for yourself. I encourage everyone to read that report and the online reviews and consider them deeply before deciding to send anyone to Peachford or any other UHS hospital. And again, if you are struggling, please don't be afraid to assert your rights and get any real help that you may need. Links in the description. Goodbye for now. Online counseling is also available for many people now. So even if counseling is hard to find in your area, please try to get whatever help you need. The help is out there. There are people who care. And I can prove that too. I will post a link to the report in the description so you can read it for yourself. But I encourage everyone to read that report and the online reviews and consider them deeply before deciding to send anyone to Peachford or any other UHS hospital. And again, if you are struggling, please don't be afraid to assert your rights and get any real help that you may need. Links in the description. Goodbye for now.